It's no secret that technology is taking over in our kids' classrooms, and now kids are using these tech toys in some of the earliest grades in school. Well, we wanted to know how children are being kept safe from privacy breaches. Denver 7 reporter Mark Boyle is live in Stapleton. Mark, 2 lawmakers are introducing a bill to address student data security.
That's right. That's because students are spending almost all day in the classroom on one of these. There are so many different education-related apps, and every time you're on one, it creates data, as well as throughout the school system. But is that data really being protected? 2 state lawmakers want to make sure that it is. Push the paperwork aside, computers and devices are taking over classrooms everywhere.
Sometimes they're apps, sometimes they're digital resources. Sometimes it can be, we have a whole e-library in Denver Public Schools.
And kids at all ages are involved. Here at High Tech Elementary School in Stapleton, children learn on cutting-edge programs while their teachers figure out when and how to use them.
It's more about when will this make their learning more meaningful. That's when we use that device. And when does it make more sense for them to be interacting with a teacher or a peer or just a traditional book with paper.
But how is information like birth dates, gender, race, student scores, and other personal data being protected? State Representatives Alec Garnett and Paul Lundeen are drafting a bill that will address just that.
Data is produced, and with that data, we have to make sure that it isn't being sold for commercial purposes and that we provide our parents with confidence.
The bill aims to ensure student data is collected and utilized to help them with their education. It also restricts collecting that data when it doesn't serve students and their education.
If there's not a good learning purpose associated with the collection or the use of the data, then in fact that will be visible, and therefore I think people will question perhaps our policies and the method we use to teach might change.
From state leaders to classroom leaders, our children's safety is paramount concern, and that starts the minute they log in. Now, that bill is still being drafted, but is set to be introduced sometime likely in February. This is just going to be one of the bills related to education, one of many that will be introduced during this session, in a session that likely will be heavily education-oriented. We're live in Stapleton. Mark Boyle, Denver 7.